Good morning. Rise and shine. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back gotta put these in the fridge. Welcome back to the Big Boy Benzo morning show. What's up, Rebecca? How you doing? What time is it in Australia? The idea this morning is to be able to talk to some people who usually do not have the opportunity to join the lives because of the times that I go on. I woke up like 5 minutes ago. Not actually 5 minutes. Actually, it's kind of wild how quickly. That's crazy. Isn't it crazy when you wake up and it's like 7:40, and then you're just like going to the bathroom, checking your phone, you send a couple messages, and then it's literally 8:30. What's up, Apuna? How you doing? Yes, Rebecca. Yes, I'm still recovering, but it's going well. Um, Feeling good, feeling strong. Been back in the gym. Um, no, it's good. It's been a really good July. You think 7:40 is early? I feel like 7:40 is like, what's up, Elena? Um, I'm just like shocked over the fact of I did nothing. I woke up at 7:40. I didn't really do anything, and now it's 9:35. That's crazy. I guess it has something to do with like when you're still waking up, you're still kind of in this woozy state, and you're like how you perceive time is not real yet. Light Strider, good morning. Good morning. Very early today. I'm gonna train legs after this. Usually, I don't like to drink coffee before I go to the gym because I take a pre-workout. But today, I'm like, ah, fuck it, man, fuck it. Doesn't always have to be that deep. How you guys doing now? We had fun, man. Saturday was fun. That was a pretty epic life. Dare I say so myself? That was a pretty good life. I don't think I'm gonna be able to recreate that today, but nonetheless, it's good to see you guys, man. I've just been resting. Oh, hey. Life at 37. What do you do on a weekend? Nothing crazy. As you guys know, I also had my little drunken spat last week. So I wasn't trying to recreate that. So this weekend I basically did nothing. Yesterday I went for a long ass bike ride, visited my brother, had a barbecue there. It was amazing. Um, I've just been chilling, man. Anywho, do you guys have any questions? Any topics rather that you would want me to tackle? My girlfriend was busy on weekends, but she messaged me, we meet up today. You know what I always do with my coffee? I'll give you guys a pro tip, especially in the morning. It's really important that the coffee is hot because if it's not hot, you're gonna drink it too quick. Because I like to sip it, right? But if it's not hot, you're not gonna sip it. Then you're just like, whoop, and all this caffeine is in there, and you know, like I like to have a process. I like it to go slow, if that makes sense, to make it count somehow. And so I always heat up milk super hot, and then I add the coffee to that because I don't feel like in Mexico that's not necessary because there I use there I use a French press, and then the coffee's hot enough. What's up, Ali? How you doing? Um, your skin is growing. What are you using? Glowing. Just really good food. A lot of vegetables. I have been a lot better in terms of putting my sunblock on. Um, yep, leg day. But yeah, I just last night I came home and I think I had a liter and a half. I said a liter and a half. That's right, of asparagus soup. So it's like asparagus with butternut, some meatballs in there, all from the backyard. Of course, not the meat, but the rest, yes. A lot of veggies. Been using sunblock. Been drinking a lot of water, as always. I'll give you guys some. I've been kind of talking to this girl. I mean, I'm talking to multiple girls. I'm not gonna lie. It's okay. I'm single. I get to do that. Um, and this one girl. It's funny. She's she has a situationship going on, right? Um, like he basically, and she's gorgeous, so I don't know why she puts up with that, but the guy's kind of rich, like actually, and he's like, "Look, you're not my girlfriend," da, 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 da. And she's told me that, so I'm basically trying to like lure her away. But then this morning I was checking the Instagram stories. That's what I was doing for 45 minutes, right? I was investigating. And then I saw, because we had a bunch of mutual friends, I saw that she was out. They were like all out celebrating with him. So he was, I'm like, damn, girl. Hate to see it. Hate to see that. But the turtle always wins the race. Shout out India, man. Hello, beautiful soul. Appreciate that. Doctor said I have twice more cholesterol than normal level. Also, I don't eat that healthy. Damn, that sucks. But cholesterol is mainly genetics, man, apparently. My dad has a lot of it too. Fish oil, yup. And I also think this camera makes my skin look smoother than it is. But granted, it does look pretty good today. But yeah. I'm not, I feel like I'm more wrinkly in real life. But this morning I look good. I'm not going to argue that. What we call in our Dharma, what matters is inner beauty. Outer everything is Maya. You are wow from within. Thank you, Rajdeep. I appreciate that. That reminds me of the fact I have a yoga retreat coming up in August. Kind of scared about it because it might be too intense. Where do you meet women? Anywhere. um, so this girl, so okay, I was talking about this girl, right? Um, I met her at a was it a going away thing and like a going away from somebody else and then she was there and I was like well I first met her when she was with the guy, right? And then I saw them clearly together and I was like damn she's good looking but that's it, like I'm not gonna if you're with someone I'm not gonna But then I met her again at this like going away birthday party thing, and I was just talking to her, um, and that's when I was like, I'm not sure if they're in a committed relationship. And then I found out that he was like, look, we can hang, we can bang, but we're not like a couple. And so yeah, then fair game. So I'm in, but he's a good looking, tall, wealthy man. So I get it. I get it. And I'm not, it's not like I'm madly in love with her. I do like her, but we'll see. That's something for TBV. Um, there is, however, so I, as I told you guys in that video, I bought Drake tickets, right, or this Drake show on Thursday, and so then after that, like, long story short, this motherfucker really moved the date from Thursday to Friday, and I already had everything booked to get there and all this stuff and logistics, and now 2 weeks in advance, he just moved the date. I hate that shit. I feel like rappers always do that. They don't really have any respect for their fans, especially in Europe. They don't take it serious. It's really fucking annoying. Like ASAP Rocky was supposed to perform in this huge festival in Belgium, and then he just canceled. And now Macklemore is coming. Imagine paying for ASAP Rocky, and then Macklemore is the replacement. Like that's not cool, man. That's not cool. That's so fucked up. Travis Scott last year, same thing. Headliner of the festival, sold out, and then he just canceled. But yeah, where do I meet women? Gym. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't talk to girls in the gym. Like you can, man. You definitely can. Um, mm, Gym. This like the real world, like supermarket, street. Like if I see a girl I like in public in a supermarket, I'll just say hi. Um, Bumble. Though I haven't like Bumble has not been good to me. Bumble gave me that one girl last year, like the love of my life, the one that I've been, hurting over for the past year. Um, but that's like the only really good lead that came out of it. I feel like, yeah, Bumble, I don't know. I got lucky with that one. But in general, I don't know. You can use it though. I would, yeah, I'm for it. Thank you, Rajdeep. All right, guys. What else? What questions do you have? By the way, if anybody feels like supporting the channel, feel free to click on the dollar sign below the chat box. It's called Super Chat, and it allows you to make a donation to the channel. In the meantime, keep the questions coming. But yeah, fuck Drake for moving his concert dates. Like, and this is actually the second time he's pulled this on me. I've got tickets to all of his shows in Belgium, which have been three shows. Two I went to, and then one he also canceled, so I couldn't go. And now the fourth one, I got tickets, and now he's moving the date. So I'm like in a dilemma because it would really fuck up my logistics if I have to go on a new date. Like it's possible, but it would cost me a hefty fee. And I also just kind of out of principle no longer want to go because it's like motherfucker, like you have no respect for your fans. Like I don't even want to give them my money. If that makes sense. I know it's silly, but it really bothers me. And it wouldn't bother me as much if it didn't completely throw off my plans. But yeah. Yeah, but Ali, when it comes to women, man, and meeting women, I do believe you kind of have to you have to learn how to quote unquote sharpen the blade. Like you got to get over your fear of approaching them, and you got to get it through your head that they're just people, man. So it's not a big deal. When it rains and pours in both directions, when you have no girl, you're not talking to anyone, like finding that third girl that even just text with to talk to seems so hard. But then like once you do that, I don't know, then usually it gets a lot easier. I'm also still sleeping away now. Man, we got three people in here. Damn, this is a bum ass live. Ain't nobody checking in. Okay. Reminder to myself, people are not online at 8 a.m. in the morning. But I was thinking I was gonna catch the ones like I figured out this would allow me to catch the people that are like in LA and stuff. But I guess nobody in LA watches me. I'm gonna translate your message. I still think about my ex every day. We broke up since 2011. That's how long people can stick in your head. Yeah. Yeah, I'm no stranger to that. I am no stranger to that at all. Well, not like 15 years though. Yeah, I've had I've had one girl like haunt me for 2 years at least, and then and then the last real girlfriend I had, like not the recent one, the one before that, like I said last year. She's still like she now it's like starting to finally die down. But I've had moments before where I thought it was dying down, and then she would pop right back up. The thing about that is, and the most annoying part about that is, it's like they're literally not like those are not accurate representations of them as people. Like by the time you're a year in, 2 years in, the memory you have is so incredibly like emotionally airbrushed that it's not it's you just have like this fantasy and you just ascribe all of these amazing character traits and feelings to them, but they were never that. If it's been since 2011, that sucks, man. That sucks. It's a very unpopular thing to say, but I have found that the quickest way, or the not even, it's just the best way to get rid of that is by putting somebody else into that slot, like replacing them with a real life person and just having somebody else in your life. Um, yeah. Do you miss your Mexican friends? Hey, that's a really sweet question. I like that, Elena. Very few. To be super honest with you, very few. Like I even had to pause and think for a second when I read that question. Like how many people like who do I miss in Mexico? There's a couple I do miss for sure, but it's not many. It's not many at all. Like we're not. We're not talking about four people. It's more like two. Yeah, two or three maybe. But then to be super honest, when I'm in Mexico, like so in about 1 hour, I'm gonna go to the gym with two of my best friends, who I love and they're awesome. I it's not like I really miss them either when I'm um in Mexico. Like it takes a lot for me to very tangibly miss someone. Um I think it's also due to the fact that all of my friends, I still have contact with them through WhatsApp. Just with technology, man, it's gotten a lot easier to keep that connection going. Um, but yeah, I would say in general, the only people I miss are like, and that I'll get emotional about, are the little kids, so my little cousins, and like my yeah, my little cousins. I miss them the most. But like grown-ups, a little bit less. I am not waking up. This is like crazy. I had a full 8 hours of sleep uninterrupted. It's crazy. When you sleep that deep, I feel like it takes a lot to crawl up out of it. Like it takes a lot to get back to life. This is gonna sound so cliche, but goddamn, this weekend went so fast, man. This weekend was just a fucking a blink. Hit me with your best questions, guys. I'm here for it. What do you guys think? Should I leave up this live when I'm done? Is this going to be interesting enough for people to watch later on? I'll let you guys be the judge. Maybe, maybe something chill to have people start the week with. It's so interesting. I've been making a couple of more videos using like talking about bigger names. It's definitely a tactic I've been using. Not forcing it. Like I do have these opinions about like Mike Thurston, David Lay, Tame Impala. It's really interesting to see how the algorithm works with them and how it really like. I think the knowing what I know now about YouTube, I think if you're if your goal is maximum income and views, then I think a reaction channel is like the way to go. Because if you can just if every time you make a video, you can put some name in there, like a relevant name, like a trendy name, and you react to it. It's so easy. The algorithm just picks it up immediately and pushes it. You're killing it. Black is definitely your color. Thank you. I don't think it is, but I really like this shirt. I always feel like my colors are more like green, blue, like earthy colors, I guess. But sometimes black does hit. With this one, I feel like it hits. I just love, man, like, guys, I love fashion. I love clothing. And I'm pretty obsessed with clothing and shoes. That doesn't mean I never buy expensive shit. I don't like that. Maybe my shoes, New Balances, but even then, my New Balances are like always with discount and sale. I just love gym clothing. I really like Young LA, like they because the coffee machine. Gonna wait for a second. I keep buying more gym gear, but the thing is, I'm also in the gym a lot, and I'm in, you know, but I really like Young LA's design. Um, Thank you, 127. It makes you look like a boss. Appreciate you. You guys are nice, man. You guys are so nice. Jimmy J, hey brother, I know you only like to go forward and keep progressing, but is there anything you would have done different in the past when all this first started happening to you? Oh, bro, how much time do you got? Like, we didn't make one mistake. And when I say we, I mean me and the doctors, right? We made like 20 mistakes. Huh. I got so many regrets as it pertains to how we approached the medical situation. Like, so they cut off my jaw. They cut out the whole part with the tumor. They put the new part, and then the new part is healthy and fresh and right. And then they were like, you know what we're gonna do now? Now, though we have completely removed the entire tumor, now we are gonna radiate the new jaw, the new flesh, with radiotherapy, and this whole side, we're going to radiate it. We're going to burn it to death because we just want to make sure all the cancer cells are dead. And even at the time, half of the surgeons on the team were against it. So they did a motherfucking vote, and they voted 3 against 2. So one like made it flip. That radiation was the biggest mistake of my life because that caused so many problems down the line, and that causes any potential reconstruction and all of that to be very, very hard. So that's a huge, oh man. And then my leg, um, when they took pieces from my, so you see, right? Like, can you see this? It's like over, it's like over, here you see it better. So this part, this is this. But he didn't take enough, this motherfucker. He should have taken more so he could have like nicely overlapped it. And the reason that he messed that up was basically poor communication between the different surgeons. So like, yeah, man, I can keep going. I had so many. That's why I always hammer on the fact of like not putting ultimate faith in doctors and surgeons because they fuck up all the motherfucking time. You really got to keep an eye on it. Black and blonde hair is good. Thank you. Thank you guys. Yeah, no, I love this. I love like and the thing is I haven't bought compression clothing in years because it's really not my style. But these ones I think are sick. I just love the design. I got this in black, in gray, and in blue. So I stacked up. I went hard. Of course, Ginny, bro. That's what I'm here for, man. That's what I'm here for. Thank you for asking that question. Thank you for adding to the channel and adding to the content. That is what's up. By the way, guys, hit the thumb, please. That's how you know I'm sleepy. 30 minutes in, first time me asking you guys to hit the thumb. Normally, I'm nagging that shit since minute one. That coffee is not hitting, not really hitting. I made it mild though because I'm gonna take pre-workout later. So, the peace out here in Belgium is just next level. Like the peace and quiet is so fucking nice. Last night I biked home from my brother to my parents' house where I've been staying. It's like a 20. It's like a 30-minute bike ride, and I felt like I was in a movie. Like, and I felt like, mind you, this is Sunday evening, 10 p.m., and I just felt like I was all alone on the planet. I didn't see a single soul. I went all the way next to the canals, so I was always next to water. It was like getting darker and darker, and it was just so like fairy tale like. It was really special. It was really nice. I'm 37. 37. Yup. But I will say this, I do miss the dynamic of Mexico City, of girls, of dating, of being able to be in the mix, all of that. I do miss that. Stram, how are you doing? Welcome to the live. Good to see you. Will you get other reconstructive surgeries, or are you happy with our? Oh, why? Will you get other reconstructive surgeries, or are you happy with how you are right now? Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, and thank you for that question. I really appreciate that. So, two things can be true. I would say I'm content with how I look right now. The things that bother me the most about my face and the scar is like this part. It didn't used to be like that. It used to be like nice and even. Like I hate that there's like a unevenness here. Like it would be so much nicer if it was like this. So like this bothers me. It bothers me that my mouth is crooked. You see like the kink it has? That bothers me. Um, this part of my lip being crooked bothers me. I can have days where I obsess over that and I get really like into my own head about it and I fixate on it. I'm like, fuck. But the alternative is literally sacrificing part of my rear shoulder or like my pectoral, literally then slicing it off and pasting it against my face. And I'm just not, I'm done with that, man. I'm just done with that. Like, at least for now. Because of different varying reasons. Like, I'm 37 now. If I get big plastic surgery now, I'm not gonna look better than I do today until another 3 years because it takes a lot of time for it to like settle in and like get the proper shape. So then I'm like, why would I sacrifice my last years, my last prime years in my 30s of to do that? A and then B, the reason I got this kink is because I tried to make it better like 3 years ago, and I tried to get bottom teeth installed, and it absolutely backfired, and so it was botched. It was nobody's fault, but it was just it didn't go. And then, so my point is, I went in for enhancements and I came out looking worse. So even saying that out loud hurts me actually. Um, but that made me realize like it's not just like, yeah, it could potentially get better, but it could also get a lot worse. And I feel like honestly, maybe it's because I'm used to my own face. I'm so used to it that at this point it's fine. I'm like, if you look at me from here, especially the front view, I feel like it's good. I feel like I have a full chin, I have a full face. Um, what bothers me is when you look at it like from this angle. Like from this angle, it's goddamn. Fuck you, Apple. Jesus Christ, that was way too loud. Fuck, that shit bugs me, man. So like this from the side, I don't love the way it looks. I would love to have more volume here, but the way I look at it is, and maybe I don't know, maybe it's a stupid way to look at it, but it's like the primary, like the whole purpose of one's face is kind of like, you know, in the animal kingdom to attract somebody, right? Or at least my future wife or girlfriend is gonna have to have the ability to be okay with how I look like this, right? And the point I'm getting to is having a fully normal face again, where it just looks like this. That's never gonna happen. It'll always be like a scar like this, and so I don't believe me getting more surgeries is gonna tip the scale. If you're a woman, you're into me, but you're like, I can't really deal with this scar. I don't think that the quote unquote enhancements I would get would tip the scale in the direction of, okay, now it's good enough. Does that make sense? Am I explaining myself? So, given the fact that it can backfire like crazy, I can be way worse off. Given the fact that it would take years to settle in, given the fact that, yeah, no, and I'm also like, a part of me is still holding out for the potential reality in which medical science has evolved in the next decade to a point where they can offer me something that is far less threatening. So I don't know. That's kind of how I feel. Would it be slicing off just skin or muscles too? Nah, muscle. Yeah. Just skin is worthless. They need to take a muscle that has like a, what do you call that? Like a wire. You know what I mean? Like the thing that provides blood to the muscle. In Dutch is bloedvat. Artery? No, artery? I don't think so. Nah, artery is something else. Anyway, so it's like they take the muscle, they take the tube connecting to the muscle that puts the blood in the muscle. There they harvest that. So they can't just scrape out skin. Skin is just dead because they need like an alive thing, and then they connect the blood cable to the rest of my body. But so yeah, it's there's a big there's a real chance my body rejects the muscle, and then I would be like, no more pec, that's gone. But then the pec will have rotten and it will be in the fucking garbage can in the corner, and I wouldn't have the new face either. So I would be fucked. So if you take all of those things into consideration, there's no way I'm getting more surgery. It would just be dumb as hell. Yes, it's crazy invasive. Thank you, Stram. And that's why it's so fucking annoying for people to. I hate when people say, so when are you getting more plastic surgery? Or like, it's like, we're not talking about fucking lip filler here. This is not a boob job or a Botox. Like, also, mind you, coming back to what I said earlier, because of the radiation to this side of my face, all this whole area is extremely weak and volatile, and that's why it's extremely complex. So, nah, no more surgery. Fuck that. Research lip blush, permanent makeup. You look stunning either way. Thank you. Janae, would you ever consider, by the way, guys, if you appreciate the content, you like the lives, please consider clicking on the dollar sign below the chat box. It allows you to make a super chat donation to the channel, and it would be greatly appreciated. Um, would you ever consider going to Thailand and checking out the nightlife Pattaya? It's very entertaining. Bro, I already did. I went. I didn't go to Pattaya. Pattaya is like, no offense, because I can tell that you've been, and like, I'm not trying to. That's not my scene, man. Like that shit is. It has the stench of sex tourism on it, and I felt the same way about Medellin. Like, I don't want to go to no exotic islands where there's a bunch of women standing outside the bar like, hey, hey, like pulling you in. Like, bro, that shit is disgusting. Like, they're all prostitutes, man. Like, it's the STDs, the nah. I literally get like, I kind of get sick thinking about it. I'm on the I'm all the way on the other side of that. Like, I've become so picky with who I have sex with. And yes, this is still with wearing a condom. I still don't want to have sex with a woman that's like that. Like I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need that. It's no, no. So yeah, I've been to Koh San Road in Bangkok, which is similar, and I definitely went crazy. This is like literally 18 years ago, so I was a kid. Um, but I regret that, and that was disgusting, and like, oh, it's a little off the hook. Yeah, man. It's crazy. And then you see like literally 65-year-old white dudes with a big gut sticking out, bald, and then they're holding the hand of some 18-year-old girl or 16. And it's like, yo, the fuck? So, nah, my ego can't deal with that. Like, why didn't and like the thing is, I'm so like I'm too self conscious of myself in terms of like um, me looking the way I look. I would never like it would be way too much of a cliche for me to be one of those people who goes to Thailand to find a girl. Does that make sense? Like, I would hate that. I feel like that would defeat the whole purpose of my message on the channel. Um, okay. Why didn't they do radiation before the reconstruction? Because yeah, that's like because if they do it before the reconstruction and then they make the reconstruction wouldn't heal because it would be too messed up because the regenerative powers would not like be up to par. Does that make sense? I'm still woozy, man. I'm like 45 minutes in. Oh, more entertainment. I didn't see this one coming. Hey, talk about putting in the work and being rewarded for it. More entertainment. You are an absolute doll. Thank you so much. Like, I did not expect that. I love you. Thank you so much. That really goes a long way, guys. Like, I keep telling you guys. Like, this channel entirely relies on super chats, on donations, on all of that because I don't get the amount of views that make any money. So this is huge. Thank you. Um, Hmm. Appreciate that. But yeah, this has been a good life though. There is something about sitting down first thing in the morning, not having seen a single person, and just, I don't know, connecting. I've been getting some really good questions from you guys today. I really appreciate that. And I've really been getting into the the depths of my mind. Like you guys have asked me, like when you asked me that question about wanting or wanting to get more surgery, as I was saying it out loud, I was like, fucking hell. I would never. Like, you know what I mean? Like I heard myself talk about it and it made me realize like how bad of an idea it would be basically. So thank you guys for that. I really appreciate that. That being said, though, oh, oh my, oh, I gotta go soon because I still have to eat some oats, and then my buddy's gonna pick me up to go do some legs at the gym. So we're going out on a high view to Mar, and I appreciate you. And my camera just died, bro. That's funny. That is funny. Talk about it being meant to be like this. Guys, I love you. Thank you so much for this live. It was a blast. We only had like 7 people, but it was so good. Quality over quantity. Love you all. Peace out.